When you think of Canada, you probably think of winter, right? Well, forget just surviving it. In Canada, winter is a massive celebration. We're talking about adventures that are just epic and scenery that's so stunning you'll swear it's not real. So buckle up, we're going to plan out the dream Canadian winter trip together.
And hey, you don't have to take my word for it. Parks Canada, the folks who know this land best, they hit the nail on the head. They call this scenery otherworldly. And honestly, that is the perfect word for it. It's this vast, clean, almost alien beauty that's at the very heart of what a Canadian winter is all about.
All right, first stop on our journey, we're diving headfirst into the Canadian Rockies in Alberta. Just picture it, these enormous, snow-covered mountains, glaciers that have been there for ages, and lakes frozen so perfectly they look like giant sheets of glass. I mean, this is nature's big winter blockbuster for sure.
And if this is a blockbuster, then the star of the show, well, it has to be Lake Louise. In the winter, this place just transforms. That famous turquoise water, it freezes over completely. You're surrounded by these pine trees covered in snow, with the incredible Victoria Glacier just watching over everything. It's one of those views that genuinely makes you stop and just stare. And the best part, you can actually step right into this picture-perfect scene. Think about it. You're in a horse-drawn sleigh, gliding along the edge of the frozen lake, all wrapped up in cozy, warm blankets. It's like living inside a snow globe. And it's so easy to do, just pure magic without any effort.
Okay, feeling a little more adventurous? Then you have to check out the Johnston Canyon Icewalk. Now, this is not your average winter hike. We're talking about walking on steel walkways that are literally bolted onto the side of the canyon walls. You're suspended above a frozen creek with these incredible ice formations all around you. It's wild.
And the grand finale? You actually walk through a small cave to get this amazing view of the upper falls. And when I say view, I mean a massive, glittering wall of ice that's over 30 meters tall. Sometimes you'll even see ice climbers scaling these frozen giants. It's a sight you're just not gonna forget. Ever.
All right, so we've had our fill of that majestic, quiet nature. Let's switch gears and head east. Over there, it's less about the raw wilderness and more about the incredible energy and celebrations of winter.
So in the east, you kind of have these two amazing but totally different winter spectacles. In one corner, you've got the Quebec Winter Carnival. It's this huge, energetic party. And in the other corner, you have the calm, mesmerizing beauty of Niagara Falls in winter, all frozen over and lit up with these incredible colors every single night.
Let's talk about the Quebec Winter Carnival. This thing is the biggest winter festival in the entire Western Hemisphere, and you totally see why. There's an enormous ice palace for their mascot, Bonhomme. They have these amazing night parades and, get this, an ice canoe race on the freezing St. Lawrence River. It's just a pure, joyful celebration of cold weather.
And just so you get how big this is, we're talking about numbers like, well, over 500,000 visitor days in some recent years. That is huge. This is not some little local fair. It's a giant international party where people fly in from everywhere just to be a part of it.
Okay, we've seen majestic mountains in the west, and we've partied at festivals in the east. Now, for the grand finale. We're heading north for the ultimate prize of any Canadian winter adventure, chasing the northern lights.
You know, seeing the Aurora Borealis is on almost everyone's bucket list. But have you ever stopped to think about what it actually is? What's going on up there in the sky to create that magical dancing light show?
Well, it all begins with our sun, believe it or not. The sun shoots out these charged particles. Think of it like a solar wind that fly all the way to Earth. When they finally get here, they smash into the gases in our atmosphere, like oxygen and nitrogen. And that collision, it releases energy in the form of light. And the different colors, the greens and pinks you see, that's just based on which gas gets hit and at what altitude. It's pretty much a beautiful light show caused by a cosmic collision.
So, the big question is, where do you go to see this? Well, you want to get up north. Places like Churchill, Whitehorse, and Yellowknife are prime real estate because they're right under what's called the auroral oval. In Churchill, you could potentially see the lights 300 nights a year. Even a spot like Jasper National Park, which is a designated dark sky preserve, gives you a fantastic shot. Okay, are you ready to pack your bags yet? I hope so. But let's get down to brass tacks for a second. A trip like this is amazing, but it does take some real planning, especially with Canadian winter weather. So here's your traveler's toolkit to get you ready. Look, driving in the mountains in winter is no joke. A road like the Icefields Parkway, you have to respect it. So, first things first, always check the road reports.
A site like 511 Alberta will give you real-time updates. And I'm serious about this. Snow tires or chains aren't a suggestion. They are mandatory. You have to have them. And pack a safety kit with blankets and food, because once you're on that parkway, there is nothing out there for miles.
The good news is, you're not on your own here. The government actually provides some fantastic resources to help you out. The Parks Canada Visitor Centers are staffed by experts who can give you the latest info. And websites like 511 Alberta for the roads or avalanche.ca if you're heading into the backcountry, these are your best friends for staying safe.
So we've covered a lot, right? From a quiet sleigh ride on a frozen lake, to the thrill of walking through a frozen canyon, to a massive winter party, all the way to seeing the sky light up with the aurora. Canada's winter has it all. The only real question left is, what are you going to do first? Hey, if you had fun on this virtual trip through Canada's winter wonderland, do us a favor and subscribe to Thinking Funnel. We've got a lot more explainers coming your way. Your support honestly means the world to us. Thanks for joining me on this one.